There's not many tanks available in World of Tanks Blitz that I would consider to use the word perfect to describe. There's a couple. The T95E6 is pretty dang fantastic right now. The Badger is pretty amazing. The Yo's up there, but the Concept 1B is kind of the trifecta. It has mobility, DPM, armor, gun depression. It's got everything. And in today's video, I'll be showcasing just what it can do. Starting off, we've got the tank being for sale. Because this week is the 4th of July, it makes sense that Wargaming is selling it, and it's 25,000 gold. Not only do you get the tank, but you get the legendary camo, you get 25 times 5 XP boosters, and it comes fully equipped. Plus, if you play 50 battles in the next 10 days after purchasing the bundle, you also get 3 mega containers, which will probably give you a good 2,000 gold back. Honestly, it's not a bad deal, especially if we make our way over to the gold shop. We can see that for $50 you can get 35,000 gold, which is meaning that to get your concept, it's going to be about, what, $40, $35 worth of gold? You'll still have 10,000 left over. That is not a bad deal, if I'm going to be completely honest. I would easily say that if you have been tempted to get your hands on the concept in the past and you've been waiting for a good time to get it on sale, right now is the perfect time. So let's get into some gameplay, and I'm going to showcase just what the concept can do. Wow, you know, it's really enjoyable when I try recording a video and then my microphone does this. Battle number 1 up against... Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't that just sound amazing? I don't know what to say. So, all this footage I have here is gone. I have to redo this, but the good news is that I have the replays from what I just played, as you can see. 2 battles in the Concept 1B. So, hopefully my microphone doesn't make terrible noises, and, let's go back to talking about what the Concept is able to do. In this first battle, up against us, we have an AIM-X 30B, E100, FV2 and 5B, Kranvan, Contra Cara 1 Mark II, a T30, and a Type 68. Those are actually pretty solid tanks. I mean, the 2 and 5B has a really nice gun, E100's got high alpha, and the Kron's kind of got a mix of both. It's got alpha if it needs it, because it's an auto-reloader, and it's got DPM if it needs it, because it can dump its clip. So it's kind of just a nasty lineup they have. I'm going to start off this game by pushing past base B and making it to the overlook on base C to not only see if I can get a reset on the base very quickly, but as well to see if I can get any early game shots off, which, as you can see, I was able to do. So we got an early game 380 damage shot, and we were able to reset the enemy capturing the base. Looks like that 2 and 5B doesn't want to fight me anymore, so I'm not really going to worry all too much about him. In mid, we've got the enemy AIM-X 30B. Okay, well, not too bad. We get 2 shots out, 750 damage. The Concept Alpha it's an interesting overlap. It's not your normal 400 that the E5 or, you know, any other 120mm carries, like the Chieftain, FV2 and 5B, or the Type 71, but it's also not 350 like the Stritzvon K or any medium. It's a nice intermediate roll, where 380 is enough that you'll outtrade sometimes even 400 alpha guns, but at the same time you'll always out-reload them due to the fact that you feature a much lesser alpha. So we can see the E100 went to base A, captured it, and then decided to go to mid. E100 gets shot by me. He clearly has the 40% responsive, I got shot, me ooga booga rush you. So I'm going to go for his track wheel. Nice max roll 475, spin him out, and I'm able to angle the hull in a way that he's not able to penetrate me. So we're up to 1600 damage now. We get a nice heat pen into his lower plate for 350, and this is where the Concept is actually quite good. People will say the Concept is not good on flat grounds, and that's just wrong. If you understand how to drive this tank on flat, you will do very, very well. We can see here that this E100 has allowed me to get to his side, and because of that, we got an additional 1,000 damage off of his tank before he could even get a shell into us. He managed to get 1 pen into my engine deck, as you can see, but that's fine. We're already up to 3,000 damage dealt, and we've brought this full health heavy down to 690. So we get another nice shot into his vehicle, 358 roll, and at this point, we're going to get to the side of the E100. He misses my engine deck because we have enough gun depression. I get to the side of his vehicle in a way that the enemy FV2 and 5B is not able to pen us, and just like that, this is a very easy and just crazy game to showcase what the Concept can do. You can see that the gun is very accurate on the move, by the way. It's not like the Stritzvon K where it's got terrible on-movement dispersion. It's actually quite good. So we aim it at the side of the 2 and 5B. Unfortunately, the shell misses, but that's fine. He's getting absolutely just destroyed in front of me. So I'm going to finish off by making my way to the Contra Caro and showcasing that it's actually got pretty decent accuracy at distance. The only spot I can really pen the Contra Caro is the lower plate, and that's what we're aiming at. Look at that, 2 for 2 in that lower plate. Let's aim again, see if we can get the exact same spot. Aiming, and a bonk. Look at that, right into the lower plate, 3 for 3. The gun is great. The DPM is fantastic. The mobility is awesome. First game, we did 4,900 damage and came out with a pretty solid victory. Sorry if I'm looking off to the side, just making sure my mic isn't bugging out, which it looks like it's fine. So there you go, pretty solid first game. Let's break into our second battle. This was a 2-minute and 40-second result. That is not the concept. Interesting. Here we are. Now we're on the replay we want. Up against us, we got an E100, Leopard 1, Sheridan, E5, Vickers Light, M5Yo, and a Moishen. Okay, well, Hellas is a very good map for hull-down vehicles, especially because of the way the map is designed. So what I'm going to start off is go to the right ramp. This right ramp is great because of the fact that I can usually get here undetected. Unfortunately, that Sheridan was able to spot me, but what I was going to say is you can get here, not a lot of tanks go down that ramp, and then I can squeeze on through over to the left ramp, and then I can get hull down. And because I have so many heavies, I'm fully expecting that I'm going to be able to hold this quite well. So here we are, we got the 100 in front of us, and it's like a 50-50 at that angle if I'm going to pen him. Unfortunately, that shell does not pen the E100, but he pulls up, tries to shoot one of my teammates, so I'm going to get a very easy pen into his lower plate for 397. Okay, well, we got the E5 off to my side. I'm a little worried that E5 might try to shoot me, but it looks like he's actually not because he's got to deal with the Kron. So we're going to aim it on the Moishen, and oof, well, that's rather unfortunate. 0.287 dispersion, and we can't hit a Moishen from, what, 150 meters away? That's a little annoying. Well, that's fine. Let's aim it on the E100. There you go. Finally getting that penetration I was talking about. We're up to 730. Somehow our VK72 is down over half of his health, which is actually rather impressive if I'll be real. That time we did not pen the E100, but as you can see, it's not like we're going to be penned. This is the great part about the concept, is that if people don't push it, it can literally hold an entire line of tanks all by itself. The only reason we're even losing this game is because our team is an utter disaster. We're going to aim it on the side of the E5. Unfortunately, the shell goes just an inch higher than I wanted it to, but well, at this point, I'm starting to realize this is a disaster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get one shell out. Hopefully we can pen this Moishen, which we were able to. We're up to 1,400, and at this point, I've decided that the Sheridan, Vickers Light, and Leopard behind us are a much bigger threat than what is in front. So we get one more easy shell into the E100. Our VK72 dies because he's an absolute disaster, and well, let's see what we can do. We're going to make our way over here. So we can see the Leopard, we can see the Sheridan. What we don't know is where the Vickers Light is. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the side, and oh, we see the Vickers. There you go. You can say make a quick swipe, and boom, a nice 370 damage shot. We got the Leopard, who gets a nice bounce on my upper plate. Thank you. And the Vickers gets another pen onto our tank. Okay. Well, I back up, and that Vickers is showing me just the slightest top of his turret. And just like that, the accurate gun with crazy good shell velocity was able to slap a shell into the enemy Vickers Light. We're already up to 2,400 damage. In front of us, we got the Leopard 1, and I know that I've got enough health to fight this Leopard, so I'm going to give him a nice little tap, ram him, and deal 460. Okay, well now I'm going to aim it in a high explosive shell on the Leopard, because this thing does a very nice HE pen, and very, very nice alpha. A 544 roll. Thank you very much. At this point, all we need to do is get an AP, and we kill him. Okay, well, we're up to 3,700 damage. All we have left is our E100. I can't get a shell into that E5, and yeah, what a rather disastrous team. Unfortunately, that shell on the side of the Moishen goes a little too high, but I didn't want to get penned, so I just backed up. Alright, let's aim it on the Moishen again. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Let's go for his upper plate. Ah, rip, goes into his track. Okay, well, not the best result so far, but at least we're already up to 3,700. At this point, I know it's a loss anyway, so I'm just going to try and deal as much damage as possible. We absolutely nuked that T110E5's modules, and rather interestingly, he puts on reactive after we shoot him. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, well, not my problem. We're going to ignore the E5. Get a nice shot to the enemy Sheridan. It's a little unfortunate that he pens me here. If he didn't, we probably could have gotten at least another 1,000 out, but that's fine. We're going to aim it on the side of the E5, get a nice overmatch, and we're up to 4,839 damage. All that we need to do is pen one shell, and we're going to deal 5,000. I'm expecting the Sheridan to poke me, so there you go. We get a pen, a bit of a low roll at 350, but I could care less. We did 5,200 damage. We had an absolutely diabolical team. I mean, holy bad. I cannot believe how bad they did. But you know what? We not only blocked a decent chunk of damage, but we did 5,200. I mean, do I need to say anything else about the concept? It's such a good heavy. It's got DPM, mobility, fantastic accuracy, great shell velocity. It's honestly baffling to me why this tank is not used in comp more, but hey, what do I know? Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and let me know if you'd like to see more. I just think the concept is such an underused and underrated tank. When it comes to the bundle, I would easily say it is a steal. I mean, if you have the money to spend on it, I'd suggest to go for it. If you don't, then I wouldn't waste your time or worries, because there's other fish in the sea. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.